mind, but I've got to ask you a question.
Mhm.
How much prep work is required to set up say a 5 to 10 minute session?
We're going to actually talk about all this today.
Okay.
You can have a YouTube channel set up and your first video up like today.
Oh, okay. That's not what I expected.
And by the time we're done with this call, you'll be done. You'll have something set up right now.
Oh, wow. Then I'm definitely game for it. I want to try and set up something today.
Let's do this.
Yes, but
Hello, Anton.
hello, Patricia.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. So good to see you again.
Yes. I never get tired of seeing you, Anton.
Oh, you are so kind. Nor are you.
Ah, thank you, my friend. Dear friend at home, if you have felt as if you have a message that is burning inside of you, but you have no idea how to start sharing it with the world, you're at the right place. I launched my first YouTube channel in August 2021 and my second one in November 2021. Since then, I also established a social media presence from scratch on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Imagine that. I'm here to share 12 of my lessons learned in the last year to help Anton and you get started as of today. But Anton will definitely have lots of gifts to share as well because he always brings value wherever he goes.
Oh, thank you for those wonderful words and kind words, Patricia. I feel so complimented already. I feel so good. I feel that I've been successful already. We haven't even started.
I know. And this is not helping with your humility, I guess, huh? We'll get to that, his humility, very soon. All I can assure you of is that we're going to have a great time and you will learn a thing or two, definitely. And if you stick around until the end, you will hear 3 bonus tips that will help you connect even more with your audience. If it's not already done, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you'll know when I'll be sharing the next content. Before we begin, who is Anton Coetzee? Anton is a fantastic human. I met at my Toastmasters Club, Words on Wings, in May 2021, and we've been inseparable ever since. I get to hang out with him weekly at our Friday lunch meetings, Eastern Time. You're more than welcome to join in on the fun, by the way. Just send me a direct message. He's a crisis leader, strategic and tactical consultant, a master communicator, a distinguished Toastmasters ×2. Or is it ×3 by now, Anton?
Still 2. I'm working on the 3rd and 4th one.
Yes, that's a huge, very high distinction at Toastmasters. He's also an area director, a father, a husband, a peer, and a friend. Recently, he gave a very impactful message at my club, and I thought, what a shame that only a dozen people get to hear this message. The entire world should hear it, and it could change lives, literally. And this humble man should be sharing this content on social media platforms. And here we are. He accepted to be here so we can have this chat. Before I start sharing my virtual wisdom with you, I'd like to ask Anton a few questions. Before we begin, do you have any questions for me, Anton?
No, but ask your other ones. I'm getting worried.
You're at my mercy. The first thing I need to ask you, Anton, is why are you somebody as experienced? You've been doing this for decades, refining this art of public speaking. Why are you not currently all over the internet with your messages? Like, in other words, why is it that only a select few get to hear you speak?
Patricia, that is a deep question. And the simple answer to is, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of not succeeding. I'm afraid of making a fool of myself. I'm afraid that I will not be successful as I want to be. I'm afraid of so many different things. But basically, it's the fear, and the fear keeps me from trying out these new things. And I want to overcome that. That's why we're having this session today.
Wow. I'm sorry, I'm a bit speechless right now. Because if somebody like you who has all this experience is afraid, anyhow, you understand, like, but I guess there's more at this, but you know how to speak, Anton.
Yeah.
You mentor so many people, you are a reference.
But that doesn't mean that you're not afraid. Each time you stand up there am I going to be successful? Am I going to get my message across? Am I going to reach people? Am I just speaking to an audience of one, myself? You
Oh
know,
no.
all those things are always going through your mind because you never know what other people are thinking.
Yes, I understand. If you would not have an audience of one, first of all, I would watch you.
Audience of two then.
And we had actually, I interviewed you, and so many hundreds of people watched that video. So you are very popular. So I can assure you, who I would listen to you, and all these people who listen to the interview, all your clubs, you're an area director. People want to see people succeed. So it always fascinates me how we're so terrified of making yourself vulnerable. And I know this because I was feeling inadequate to do this. That's why I started this whole journey and I joined Toastmasters. But it's just, I was new. So I understand why I was feeling insecure and afraid of being judged. But it's just amazing for me that even a seasoned speaker deals with this. So thank you for sharing this so honestly, actually.
Thank you.
Yes, but we will put you out there, even if it's the last thing I do. Second question I'd like to ask you is, what platform would you feel comfortable sharing your messages on?
At this point in time, I want to start with smallish. I would like to go into YouTube. I know I am active quite a bit in LinkedIn as such,
Okay.
but I want to go in YouTube. Why? Because I've got a feeling not many people know me there, so it's a safe place for me. It's a safe harbor as such.
Okay, very good. Wow, I can definitely help you with that. Wonderful. It's so simple. You'll see it. It's insane how simple it is once you get started, and we'll do it all together. Third thing, how many hours per week do you feel you can spend on this project? I know you're a very busy man, so what is reasonable for you?
That is an excellent question. I've been thinking quite a bit about that question. How much time do I need? It's not a case of want to. How much time do I need to spend it on such? And I'm unschooled in this, so I'm not sure. I don't think I have more than 4 hours a week. Is that going to be enough? I don't know. I may have to re-advise. This is why I'm here today, to learn.
Very good. Yes, 4 hours is definitely doable. Absolutely. I'm telling you right now.
That's good.
Yes. Would you consider that you're tech savvy, a medium expert, or a total beginner in this field? What would you say?
I would say I'm more on the beginner side, but the top end of the beginner side. I've got some of the basic principles. I do know quite a few things. I've got some technical background. So I'm not afraid of technology. I'm wary of it because I understand technology can be your greatest friend, but it can also be your greatest enemy.
Yes, yes, it can. Okay. Two more questions before we begin. Anton, if you were wildly successful, beyond your wildest dream, really, where do you see yourself 1 year from now?
Patricia, I'm not that ambitious in this thing. I would be quite happy continuing on the way I do, but just maybe doing it a bit more frequently. At this point in time, I think I can do two sessions a week. I may try and increase it if I'm successful to maybe 3 or 4, but it depends on many different things. You know, it depends on life. Life is always something that is unpredictable. Mm-hmm. Being successful means different things to different people. Mm-hmm. To me, in this sense, it means, do I have a few core people that are watching or listening to what I say? Do they comment? Do I receive feedback from them? That has been successful for me. I'm not ambitious to say I want 1 million subscribers and all the world sponsoring me as such. No, I'm quite happy with something small, something that I have a following that provide me feedback, give me ideas, say you did well here, you didn't do so well over here. We suggest the following. I'm out there to learn as well, and that to me is success. As much as I can give out, I would like to receive as well.
Yes. Amen to that. Yes. So very well. So let's just say at the end of the year, you make it to a point where you consider that you're successful. Your journey, your social media journey is working very well. What would you like your legacy to be to the world?
That is a very difficult question to answer. What would I like my legacy to be? Yes. I'd like people to enjoy what I've had to say. I'd like them to potentially think about what I've had to say. Maybe implement 1 or 2 things that I've had to say over that period of time. Maybe, you know what, the best thing I can say is I would like them to grow and actually surpass me. Try something new, try something different, and be successful at it. That'll be more than enough for me to be successful as such. If they try something and they're good at it, or even if they're just trying it, just knowing that I've helped them or pushed them a little bit further to try something new. I think that is a good way of marking my success.
Yes. Yes.
And I'd like to celebrate it with them as well. If they tell me about, hey, I've tried the following and it's going okay. Not well, just okay. I'd like to celebrate that with them.
Yes. You know, it's interesting you say this. Let's just say that you never even started this social media journey because of the fact that I get to hang out with you literally every week. It's been almost 2 years now. I know what your legacy is to me because I listen to your messages. I hear your participation, your dedication to our club. So my life has been changed already just by hanging out with you weekly. You understand? If you would export that into YouTube, for instance, I would continue to watch you. I would be your number one fan, definitely. Maybe your wife would be first, but I'll be second, or one of the very, very close then. But at least I know that how I'm feeling, that's how you will leave your audience. I'm very happy about this.
Okay. Well, thank you for those kind words. I really appreciate them.
Yes.
You build up the confidence.
Yes, well, you know, I mean it. I don't say things I don't mean.
No, I appreciate that, and I mean that as well.
Yes, wonderful. All right, let's get started with the process, my 12-step process. All right, number 1, we need to make sure to have the 4 Ds. I will elaborate. 4 Ds. You need the desire to start, a decision to just do it, the discipline to do the work, and finally, the determination to push through even when you feel like quitting, when you feel nobody's watching you, nobody cares, you have nothing worthwhile to mention, to share with the world. If you have those 4 Ds, we're good to go. Do you feel like you possess the 4 Ds, Anton?
Patricia, I am ready. I have got the 4 Ds, and I've got the 3 Cs, and I've got the 2 Es, and I've got the 1 A. A is ambition.
Ooh, wonderful. Excellent. Then we're good to go. Let's go to the next step. Number 2. Okay. We need to create some high-level strategy of what you want to do. Very, very important. You can't start. It's as if you get into your car and you just start driving. You don't know where you're going. It doesn't work. You have to put an address in the GPS, right? My first question for you, Anton. What would you like to talk about? Okay, like I'm going to just throw some ideas out there. You can talk about literally anything you want. How you boil an egg in the morning, parenting, mental health, gardening, your speaking journey, sharing your Toastmaster speeches, podcasting, anything. Like really, like the sky's the limit. Just something that passionates you, and not just one. It could be I would even recommend that you have 2 ideas. So what do you want to share? If you can share that with us.
Patricia, I'm going to go back, as I said a few minutes ago, the 2 Es. I want to be something a little bit educational, but also a little bit entertaining. And I'd like to do that with my various speeches I've done in Toastmasters, using that as a base, presenting something of more of a monologue, i.e. speech, where I talk about whatever the subject is that I'm talking about. It could be something work-related, could be doing something related to the pets, the 2 dogs we have, could be related to world events, whatever. But I think the best way I can do it, I like speaking, and maybe if I can speak about that event in more an educational / entertainment way, as to get people engaged as well, to get them thinking about what's going on there. If I just give them one little message, as I said, I've spoken about message earlier. If I can give them one little message or maybe one call to action, even if it's just I'm going to be 1% better than I was the previous day. That's what I'd like to speak about, is showing them what I did, learn from my mistakes, my problems, maybe even some of my successes. I think I learn more from mistakes than from successes, but that's me.
Yes, me too, actually. Mistakes have been my school. Wonderful. That sounds wonderful. I would love to get into your head. So yes, I would love to hear those monologues. That'll be highly entertaining and educational too. While we're there, so getting started, you see this being just you speaking. You don't see like with other guests or anything like this to start out, just yourself speaking?
In the beginning, I think that'll be the best for me, is to put my toes in the water. Maybe as I build more confidence, I feel more confidence, I will invite other people to present their views or their discussions or their monologues. You'll talk about something of their interest as such. But at this point in time, I think it's just something small where I'm speaking to others, providing a message, whether it's a message of hope or message of encouragement, message of entertainment, or message of education.
Perfect. Okay, and how often would you like to share? Once a week, once a day, bi-weekly, once a month?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do bi-weekly as such, Patricia, at this point in time. Like about twice a month, every 2 weeks, maybe well, I don't know what day of the week, but I know there's various days of the week. It's better for other people. Sometimes I know LinkedIn, they say the best day is on a Monday to post a message. I don't know what's like on YouTube. I haven't done all my research that I need to do in that field.
Yeah, you'll have to experiment. I had to try a lot of different things, times, days. You'll have to figure it out because your niche, as we call them, your audience, you'll get to know them, right? But
Correct.
You need to start to get to know them. Once every 2 weeks is what you feel comfortable with?
Yes.
Okay. And how long do you see those videos lasting?
I don't want to make it longer than 10 minutes at this point in time. I think after 10 minutes, people want to time out. They want to relax. They want to do something else. Even maybe that's too long. Maybe it should be 5 minutes first. I don't know. I'll have to experiment a bit as well and take it from there as well.
Very good. It's interesting you said that. Yes, you're right. We're living in a day and age where people don't have much attention span. Absolutely. However, I know if I look at myself, I listen, I'll take the time for certain specific humans out there. I will take the time. I'll listen an hour and a half if they're speaking. You understand? So for some people, I have 2 minutes. They have only 2 minutes of my attention. Other people have an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it depends on. So if somebody needs to hear your message, so you need to make it as long as 10 minutes. Sounds really good, actually. My videos that are short like that, they're pretty popular, and YouTube pushes that as well. And I put out a lot of quality content that is very long. It's an hour, like my conversations with world champion speakers, with wonderful humans. But I know I have fans, and that fan base, they watch the entire thing from the beginning to the end. But experimenting will help you figure that out. And do you have anybody that you watch for more than 10 minutes, Anton?
I watch a lot of vehicle rescue YouTube videos.
Okay.
Of people getting rescued in the desert with something goes bad. I've got a few people there. I don't know if I should mention them here or not or whatever, but I like watching those type of videos. It gives me insight and other people's minds, a way of thinking, a way of doing things. And these people are all practical people. If they go and rescue people out there or with their vehicle, which is non-operable, the way they have to make do with what they've got at that point in time. And that appeals to me. You know, I'm a very practical person. I like to see people think. I like to think out of the box. And these people often have to think out of the box. I like the way they come up with solutions to what appears to be on the face insurmountable odds or difficulties. And then they think, I could do this or that. And you know what the best one? They do it one step at a time. They know what the end goal is, but they work one step at a time to get towards that goal. Do some of them fail? Sure. But they're learning each time they take that step. You know, that's the type of thing I like. I like practical videos. I like people doing something, achieving something at the end. And I want to do something similar with my speaking skills. Yes.
And how long do those videos last when you see those rescues?
Typically, there's more than one rescue. There's typically 2 or 3 in a 20-25 minute video as such. Okay. So there's different situations and things. So they say about 8-10 minutes each. Okay.
Out of your busy schedule, you do make time.
Oh, yes, definitely. No, I'm definitely going to do it somewhere along the way to take some time to look at these type of things. I also follow somebody called, she's a world traveler. She travels from continent to continent on a motorbike, called Itchy Boots. And I follow her episodes as she travels through the various countries. Currently, she's going through Morocco, but she explores the off the roads, the unusual places. You know, she'll take a dirt road. She'll plan a trip to certain towns, but there's a lot of dirt roads along the way. And she'll take the dirt road and see where it goes and look at the unspoiled nature. It's off the beaten track. I enjoy those type of things as well. She's exploring, but she's taking us along on the adventure. Okay, she cuts out all the bad parts with the editing, you know, all the misfortunes, the flat tires, the mistakes she makes, the wrong turns she does. But, you know, at least you get some way of experimenting and maybe it's living vicariously through other people as well. You know, you don't have the fear of failing because she's already she's a trailblazer in her area. And I think it's fun.
Yes, it sounds like fun. Okay. So they have themselves a fan. It sounds pretty, sounds like an adventure actually, that can help you disconnect from your everyday life to just go on the adventure with her. So
that is actually good. Maybe it's sort of like escapism, but a practical, because, you know, many of us won't be doing the same thing or living out doing those things, but it's still something you can think about, you know, thinking yourself, I can do that. Oh, I could have done it.
Yes.
I should have done it maybe when I was a bit younger.
Or maybe I can still do it in the future.
That is true. I can still do it in the future. Yes. I just don't do it on a motorbike. But
why not, Anton? You're a young
I don't
man.
know.
Yeah. So, okay. So the last part of the step 2, we need to set a date where you will start, even if you don't feel fully ready. Because I used to be a kind of perfectionist and I delayed doing a lot of things. But if you wait to be perfect, to know everything you need to know to start, I can promise you will never start. So do we have a date, Anton, that would be reasonable for you to gather enough to just say, you know what, I'm starting that moment then?
I've got 2 dates in mind, but I've got to ask you a question. How much prep work is required to set up say a 5 to 10 minute session? How much video do you have to do? How much editing do you have to do?
We're going to actually talk about all this today.
Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 dates here, and at the end of the time, we will choose which date. Am I too ambitious if I say the end of March, or before the second one is by Easter weekend? I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, from what I know, my experience, you can start today.
Oh.
You can have a YouTube channel set up and your first video up like today. It may not be available to the public. You may want to just wait until you put a few of them before you release it to the public. But today, by the end of the day, you can be done.
Oh, okay. That's not what I expected.
Today. That's the thing. People don't realize. The moment you make a decision, you can do this. The whole thing, as we're doing, we can do it all right now, to be honest. And by the time we're done with this call, you'll be done. You'll have something set up right now.
Oh, wow. Then I'm definitely game for it. I want to try and set up something today.
Let's do this.
Yes, but we'll keep it away from the public until I'm more.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you have to have a few, because if, let's say your video blows up, they're going to go see what else did he do, and they'll see you only have one. So it's good to put a few. But even then, anyhow, we'll get to this. We're only at step 2 of 12 here. So the third thing, you need to set up your virtual storefront. Let me explain. Whether we're talking about YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever, you have to set up a foundation. Okay, I'm talking about the YouTube banners, the profile picture, your mission statement, create new accounts since you don't have them, a logo, but that could wait. But a logo, you could even make it yourself on Canva. It's so easy to use. If you want to use a current account you have to clean it up. Let's say you already had a YouTube channel, you want to clean, and you were talking about boiling eggs, but now you're about to go into motivational videos. Remove the stuff about boiling an egg, just clean up what you have or set up a brand new one. I would recommend that you just start from scratch. And there you go. And that's the thing. If you don't know how to do that, how to set up your virtual storefront, you have 2 options. The first thing is you can learn what you don't know. Okay, you can start watching helpful videos that can help you get started. YouTube, you can literally type how to launch a YouTube channel, how to launch a Facebook account from scratch, how to become a content creator on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So literally you research that, and different people appeal to us. You pick whoever you like the most from the speakers, look at their views and look at their comments and their accounts. If you find that they're credible, follow them. And I had to binge watch for a few weekends, or let's say to get started one weekend, just let's say I started now at 2:32. I would watch a few, 2 or 3 videos, how to get started with my YouTube channel. By the end of the evening, I had my YouTube channel set up with everything, because as they were explaining it, I was doing it as they were explaining it.
Okay.
Understand? So it's very, very fast. Either you do it yourself if you're good enough with that. If not, we're at step 5, get help. If you don't have the time to learn the skills you need, get help. Hire somebody. There are professionals out there who do this for a living. You can go to friends, people in a Toastmasters club, or at work, whatever, anywhere. A child, if you have teenagers and they're just wasting their time playing video games, ask them to help you get set up. It'll be so easy for them, like, hey, here, mom, here, dad, here's your account for you. Thank you, child. I did not suffer all those years for nothing. So you can do that. And we will be doing this. We'll be doing a demo. We'll set you up. Do you have any questions about this, or do you think that I sound delusional, or you think this is doable?
It is clear as mud, Patricia. No, it sounds very doable.
Yes, you'll see. It's very, very simple. Canva is the easiest, the best tool in the world. They're going to put all the editors out of business, as far as I'm concerned. It's so easy. Anyway, you'll see it for yourself. Okay. And again, the thing with the storefront, what's important, imagine you want to go buy yourself a pair of shoes, Anton. You're going to get there, and then they have the sign in front, the store sign that's like falling off. The lights don't turn on. It's all dirty. There's garbage in front. Like, I'm pretty sure you won't want to go in, because you'll say, well, what kind of shoes do they sell? This place looks like a dump, right? So the same thing with the storefront. The virtual storefront, it's the exact same thing. Number 6, pick a niche. What do I mean by that? You want to try to determine who you want to talk to. Okay, who are these people? And if you're not sure, you need to start anyway, and then your niche will find you. Okay. So I had different niches, to the point that I even had to start a second YouTube channel, because to speak specifically to Christian people, because my speaking journey is more of a universal message. It's a message of positivity and love, etc. But my Christian channel I wanted to speak specifically to people who want to follow the Christian faith. And for me, it's like 2 separate things. So I created 2 YouTube channels, you understand? So, but within my YouTube, my speaking journey, I have different things. Sometimes I have my own monologue. Sometimes I have my own speeches. Sometimes I have roles, Toastmasters roles. I have 60 some interviews with world champion speakers and motivational speakers. So I have different things, and I create playlists for everything. I'll show you how to do that too. And then people can just pick whatever they want within that channel, you understand? So my question to you, who do you think wants to listen to you, Anton? Besides me.
I think I'd like to speak to people that want to learn how to be comfortable doing public speaking. So I think my niche at this point in time is educational, but entertaining as well. Taking a bit more serious topic, but showing that there's a side to it which can be fun and, enjoyable. It's not just standing in front there and putting a whole lot of words out there and hoping they fall onto somebody's ears that will resonate, but choosing words that will resonate right at the beginning, asking people a question, getting them interested in your subject matter, maybe choosing subject matters which are relevant. I mean, example, pets. Many people have got pets. You may have different type of pets. I call myself, and some of my things, a reluctant dog walker. I'm not reluctant in taking the dogs out. I'm reluctant because what they do, then I have to pick it up. That's where it is. That's my reluctancy. I love the walks going at the dog. I've got one dog that loves sniffing every single leaf or something. A 300-meter walk through the park can take us 25 minutes. Do I resent that? No. You know why? I've learned to slow down. I've learned to appreciate what's around me. I've learned to look at things. I've learned to smell the roses, as we say. And I genuinely mean, there are roses there. I learned to smell them because he's so busy taking his time. And it's taught me how to slow down, to really appreciate what I've got, just to get that 20 minutes outside there, getting the fresh air, especially in summer. Winter's a bit different, but we still go out. We went out at lunchtime. And the snow, do we have to beat a path through the snow so they can walk there? Because it's a Dachshund with 4-inch legs, or the other one's only got 3-inch legs. So, they can't go in deep, so they hop through the snow like this, like a rabbit type of thing. But, they taught us so many things. They've shown me so many different things that they're interested. If they stop at a flower, it gives me a time to appreciate, oh, this is a flower. No, it's not just a flower. It's a flower. Look at those leaves. Look at those petals. What is the smell? What is the design of the bloom? When does it bloom? These are all the type of things that I think that I can bring into some of my speaking. Maybe I should call it a speaking journey.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, because you're keeping all your messages. Yes, it is. Definitely. And you could even find some kind of something personal, like Anton speaking, like something.
Yeah.
Or like a custard, like, you know, like you can make it humoristic as well. But
yeah, I can speak about anything. I mean, I've told you about my love of cooking. I don't love cooking, but I love eating.
Yes,
it's example.
Exactly. So you can play with words, but definitely, absolutely.
No, I like a speaking journey.
Yeah. And as you're doing that, you're encouraging others as well, right? To maybe start their own speaking journey too, and want to get on board and be your cheerleader.
Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Who do you envision as being your listener? Do you see it as some kind of I don't know, an age range or gender, or like age? Like, do you see something at all, or with the human?
No, I don't see age range. I like to think of people that like to listen to words or even play around with words. I like to misuse words, and sometimes I love idioms. I love expressions. I love taking the Mickey out of a word or situation. I like to turn the word upside down if I can. I like playing around with the word and seeing how many different ways I can pull it, how many different type of interpretations I can make it, all in good, clean fun.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay. And I think they will come to you because of your use of words and people sharing with, oh, my friend would like that, etc. So I think that you're onto something. Very good. Number 7, pick your equipment. You can start. It's very simple, just with a phone or your laptop only. That's all you need to get started. Like right now, I'm talking to Anton. I'm on my, this is a Zoom recording. So I have my laptop. I'm recording this with Zoom. It'll go into the file will be downloaded afterwards. My MP4 file will be downloaded into my laptop. I could have been doing this on my cell phone as well. No need to have a camera or anything fancy to get started. If your budget allows it, however, you would need to invest into the 3 following: a camera or a webcam. And I can share with you which one I'm using. I'm using the Logitech. I'll put all the information in the description below. That's what I find it works. It has a 360. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it has angles in there, so you see if I come closer, there's some depth to it. That's what I like. But there are other ones. There's no publicity for anything here. Just this is the one that I use. But I tried out a few of them before I came to that one. A microphone. I use my Blue Yeti. It's just wonderful. Look how beautiful this is. But this is not my first one. I had a few. I tried them out just to have a clearer sound. People will want to listen if it's a nice sound. If they hear like on a radio from 1970, then they're going to tune out very quickly. So that. And also good lighting. I use umbrella lights, but the best thing is natural daylight. If you can have just light from the sun, that's the best thing you can get. Amazon, super cheap, you can get those as well. Basically, Anton, clearly I'm looking at you. Your camera is very crisp and clear, and I can hear you very well, which means you have no excuse. You have the right equipment, right?
Cool.
You're good. What do you use, by the way? You found something that
I've played around. I've got various mics and headsets and things. Like I've got a boom mic over here, which I'm not familiar enough how to use it properly. I've had some issues with it in the past.
Okay.
I've got actually 3 lights on me at this point in time. I've got a small ring light, a 4-inch ring light right in front of me, just slightly to my left, and I've got a bigger light here totally on my left. And I've got a small ring light around the camera as well, pointing at me. And then I've got some natural light coming in from my right as such. It's still not ideal. I'm still experimenting. I do have some umbrellas. I actually have a DSLR, which I can use as a proper camera to record my stuff to get really higher quality. But at this point in time, I think I'm just going to use this webcam. It's a Logitech type of camera, but it's more cheaper one. But I think at this point in time, I'm quite happy with it as such.
Yeah. It's enough.
Yeah,
it's really
enough to start off with, and as I get more experience, obviously my intent, depending how successful it is to upgrade to get something, better as we go forward.
Very good. Perfect. So we're good to go. Number 8, you have to find a way to record yourself. As I mentioned, I use Zoom, but you could just record from whatever, I guess, on your phone. You can literally put on your phone, push the camera button and record there. You get a file. All you need to do is whatever it is you're recording, that file, you want to download it as an MP4 file. Okay, so you can do this. I know you're an expert since you're part of so many Toastmasters Club. Anton, I know that you know how to handle that. You can record yourself and save it, right?
Correct, yeah.
That's basics. Very, very good. Number 9, learn how to edit in Canva. I will give you a very easy tutorial. Take like even 5 minutes. You'll see it's so easy. Okay. Number 10, you need, once you have that video, so that clip of yours, a 10-minute clip uploaded, you need more. You need to work on the visuals. So I'm talking about the thumbnail, the YouTube thumbnail. You know, when you scroll through YouTube, there's an image that you see that makes you want to click on it, right? Like how to boil an egg or whatever it is that I love eggs, clearly. So you want to just, you want to fix a nice visual, crisp visual with some pictures, something appealing, some words. Let's say you don't want to use your face, but you can do anything you want. And that's so easy to use with Canva. Yes, that's correct. Your stories, your posts, everything can be designed directly into Canva. It's wonderful. And then once that's done, you can just publish your content.
That's fantastic.
Yes. So that's when it's published on the YouTube channel. Okay. Once you're in the YouTube channel, there's more you have to do. You have to click, find the right title, the description, and all those things. But we'll work through a whole example together. And then step 11, you want to share your content on all your platforms to ensure that your friends and family can see it. Okay, the others will follow. So that's the part where you may want to wait, Anton, because you're not sure. You want to do a few. You'll have to hold on the number 11 once you're ready. Okay, I'm ready to go. I have a few of them there. I like my storefront, my virtual storefront. I'm going to get started. So that could be that other date, right? If you want those very reasonable dates that you had by Easter or whatever works with you, because once you start and you're committed, right? And finally, number 12, that's the most important one. You need to remember that it takes time to see results. Okay. Nothing comes easy. I know sometimes we hear of viral videos, this and that. Like you can have one viral video, but nobody wants to follow you. You don't have a real following. You just made a fool of yourself or whatever. And people just are laughing at you, like millions of people are watching it. It does not create loyalty. What you need here at this point is the 3 C's. You need commitment. You have to stay committed to your cause. It's a cause, literally. It's a life mission, a life purpose, if anything. It's like sharing a book, basically. Well, if you had to write a book right now, the Anton's life, you'd want to, it's something that you care about. So the same way your messages, they're out there in the web, in the internet. People have access to it. If we pass, it will stay behind. People can go on and binge watch your stuff, right? So commitment. Number 2, consistent. You have to stay consistent. So whether it doesn't have to be daily, it could be bi-weekly, it could be every month, but whatever it is, find yourself a schedule and stick to it. That will help you when things get hard because you're just doing it because that's what you do on that day. And the third one, you need courage. You need to have the courage to be uncomfortable for a while, because if you're starting this, you're not an expert yet. I've been doing this for about a year or a year and a half, and I'm still not considering myself an expert. So you don't need to be perfect to start. Okay, or you'll never ever start, as I mentioned before. So those are the 12. My bonus things. I have 3 things I'd like to share. First, you need to be yourself. Okay, don't try to be someone you're not because you like them and you've been following them or whatever. Okay, you are enough and you have enough, just exactly where you are. Okay, and yes. Second thing, don't be afraid to share your personal stories. People will connect with you through your stories. Okay, if you start lecturing people, I have experience in gardening, you need to do this and that. Like, that's not what people want. They want gardening. When I was little, I used to kill all my plants. No, somebody stole my plant. Like, just share your stories, whatever it is, people will connect with that. Share a message. And the last one, you want to have a contribution mindset, okay, and an attitude of service, because people are tired of people trying to sell them things, convince them of things. They just want to receive. And when you show up and you bring value, you're pouring into people, you're generous with your time and your efforts to try to make them laugh or help them or educate them. So I find that when you try to help people, it will give you success ultimately. Those are my 3 little bonus things, but I'm sure Anton has some bonuses as well.
Patricia, I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed at this point in time here. A bonus for me would be coming back to something you said, your 4 Ds right in the beginning, is the dedication. I think maybe it comes back to what is my reason of why am I doing this? I'm doing it not so much for myself. Maybe I am doing it for myself, but I want to give back. I want to share my speaking journey with others. And I want to do it my way. I don't want to follow anybody else's way. I want to do it in such a way because I am perfectly, uniquely imperfect. And I think we all are. And we shouldn't be afraid of trying something new. And I think this is somewhere I can help people maybe take that step. Well, that's my hope. Yeah.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yes. Oh, I cannot wait to be the first to watch that video. I'll be the first one. You have to send me the link, Anton. When you go public, I need to get the link. Okay.
Definitely. You'll be one of my first.
Great. So you have to set up yourself up an account with Canva. Canva is free. Okay, it's free. It's the simplest thing. You can literally go and create yourself an account. You just have to have an email account and you have it for free. I have the pro version. It costs me, I don't know, maybe $15 a month, but because I have access to more elements, but you truly don't need that. Okay, you can start with just the free version. We're going to walk through this. All you need to do now, since you set up your Canva account, was it difficult for you to set up your Canva account?
No, it was very easy and quick.
Wonderful.
No
Can you click at the 3 lines on the top left next to the canvas sign? Completely there. We want to go in projects. Because you'll have different, like the first video, second video, I really recommend you get organized right away.
Okay.
To the top right, you see add new. Click add new on the right. At the top, yeah. And add a folder. Call it whatever you want to call it. First video of Anton, video number 1.
I just called first video.
Perfect. Continue. And there you want to create a design at the top right. And click on video because you want to do a YouTube video and knows the shape. And then you'll have to go upload a file.
Yes.
That is saved somewhere. Here is Anton's video right here. You see, it's fully loaded. And when it's fully uploaded, you have everything here. You see all the image. There's nothing dark, so you can play around with this. Perfect. So that's it. So technically, Anton, if you change nothing at all, you can take this and just download it right now. You would be going into share.
Okay.
And download. See, this is already MP4 video. Canva is intelligent enough to recommend you something. So it's a video. And then you click download to download it. Okay. But let's just say somehow, you mumble, you use a lot of filler words like as such 5 times. You want to cut them out. You said something you don't like. Now this is the part where you'd be playing. So let's just play it, see what we can do with this.
So important for spouses to remember that, especially for men.
So whatever comes next, let's say you said something you don't like. You would split it here.
Okay.
You split the page because you want to keep everything up to there. Now, let's hear it.
And I'm solutioning the problem because now I've got all the answers here. I've got the answers. This is what you should do. No.
Although this was very entertaining, but let's just say somehow you don't like this. So we're going to split. So I'm going to let you finish the sentence.
To listen to what she's talking about.
So now I would be splitting here, split page. And now there's a whole little clip of 11 seconds that I don't like for whatever reason, or that you don't like. You would click delete page. And now your clip is that much shorter. And I would encourage you to click on the 3 dots here, add a transition, let's say dissolve 0.5 seconds. It's a bit long, but let's say 0.2 seconds, 0.3. You have to play around, so at least it won't be abrupt and like amateur looking. So if I replay here,
My solution. She wants to listen to be heard. Oh, and then sometimes something we have to learn.
so you see that was a smooth transition. You did not see the cut. But let's just say it was a really good part. So I changed my mind. You know, you could change your mind. You click up here, redo, undo.
Oh,
You just
okay.
undo the whole thing, click as many times. You see the clip here, clip there. Now it's all one clip. So I undid the change. So you could play around like this, but this, let's just say this is absolutely perfect. That's it.
Oh,
You're
it's
done.
quite easy. Yeah. Wow.
It is. It's extremely, you could play with volume. You can even add music. Let me show you. Let's say you want to put background music if you want to get really wild here. Audio, yes, it doesn't really matter. Let's just click this one, for instance. So now you have a whole audio clip and you can move it around here, bring it back to the front. By the way, right away, click the volume at the top right here. The volume is going to be too loud, we won't hear a word you say. So bring it down very, very low. Otherwise
Okay,
it gets very annoying. So 2, 3, literally. So you could put a music there, you change your mind, you delete it. Okay. So that's something else you can do. And also interesting, let's say you set something and you want to, you know, put some text. You know, sometimes you watch a video and then they show text or they show something. You can upload an element. Let's say custard. Let's say you're talking about custard. I click here on custard and here you have a little custard image. You can play around, just minimize it. You put it somewhere here. You know, you can also add a text. So you click on the text on the left, baked fresh here. Okay, so you understand? So
yes, got it.
You play around, you can type, let's say you want to say subscribe. Yeah, like really, you could go wild with this, but those are like,
yeah. So I have to play around here and see what I want to do and how to do it,
exactly,
etc. What's according to my needs.
Yes, but right now, let's just say you just want to speak. You want to keep it simple. You just want to speak. That's it. You have your video. Let's just say while you're saying a word.
My wife doesn't want to listen to my solution.
Let's just say we want to put text of you saying what she just said. Split page again.
My wife doesn't want to listen to my solution.
So just that. We're going to split again right here. So now in that little clip here, I can add text. Text. I want to add subheading here. Okay, and you see here there's a little kind of well, you can move this around and say my wife doesn't want to listen to my solution. I believe that's what you said. So you can have this show up there. You can make it bold, you can make it italic, you could change the font. Here, I'll make it thicker, fantastic here. That's very thick. You can change the color here. It's black right now. You can go put it white when you click on the color here, the A and text color. I'm going to fix this is annoying me. Okay, so you're going to click on the white. So I'll just replay to show what this looks like. So now, again, we don't want the choppiness, right? So I'm going to go click on the 3 dots in front. Add transition. I'll add like a very short one, like 0.1. And here at the end of that, another one, add transition, dissolve 0.1. So I will play from the beginning.
It's important for spouses to remember that, especially for men, because it's about.
Here, you can also animate the text. If you click animate, you can put like a typewriter. So it will it'll appear not in one shot, but.
Because it's about
those are just things when you get more comfortable. You don't need to do this right now, but at least you know you can do it if you want to.
Yeah.
But now we want to keep it simple. We're removing all of this. So once you're satisfied with your message, the 10-minute message, then you simply do share, as I said, download, and then MP4 download, and then it will download into your downloads. And that's where we will have to go to YouTube. But before we do that, I'd like to show you the same way as now we have the video. But I told you, you have to have a YouTube thumbnail, right? Where you can click.
Yes.
So now Anton thumbnail. So I created you one. So again, that's just going into the creating a design. Actually, I'll show you what that looks like. You back to projects and Anton's podcast. So I would have to do add new, design, create new, and then you click here, YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah.
And that would give you a blank sheet, right?
Okay.
But now I already played around here with it. Just to show you an idea, I'll add a page. So episode the best custard ever. I was just being a bit silly here, but just
No,
to
that's
give you an
fine.
idea,
A good idea. Yeah.
yeah. Well, how did I come to have this? I'll click on here, add a page. So we're going to add a blank page. So I have a few thumbnails here we could play around with, but you have to go into design here, top left, click on YouTube thumbnail podcast. And the library in Canva is so extensive. You see, this is where I got this thing at first.
Oh, okay.
I just changed the picture. So what I did before, I just right-clicked here, detached the image of the lady,
Oh, okay.
and then I added your picture. That's how I got to the other one, talk podcast. You can put, change the characters to wise words, right? With, well, you're not Benjamin Shaw, you are Anton with Anton, right?
Yeah, no, I've got to. This is, oh, this is cool. This is very
Exactly.
good.
So you don't even have to come up with any design; it'll do it for you. Okay. Until you find something that makes sense, you just literally click it and you change the pictures. It's so easy. How to start a business? You could say how to make custard. So and then you just put, and then you're done. Just for the fun of it, let's just say episode 1, the best custard ever, right? So what you would do, you'd want to share, download, and then, well, you'd have to pick which one. So we want the pick, because typically you'd only have one page, but I did many of them. So page 3. So now I'm going to click, I don't want an MP4 video. You want it to be a JPEG for the thumbnail.
JPEG, yeah.
The PNG is too large for the YouTube, it will reject it. So you need to do JPEG. And then you just do download. So now at this point, we have the video, we have the thumbnail. Essentially, that's the only thing we need right now. We can get fancy with all kinds of things, but right now, if you just want to get started, keep it simple.
Just keep it simple.
We want simple. There you go. Now what you need to do is open a YouTube channel. So I will return back the control over to you. Actually, one more thing. While we're here, let's just finish here. A YouTube banner is part of your foreign store. When somebody clicks, let's say they like your video, oh, who's that? So they need to have a YouTube banner where they can click and know what are they getting. Are they going to learn how to make custard? What are they learning? Are you talking about business, gardening? So this is Anton, your name, speaking journey channel. And I put here speaking tips, speak your thoughts. The space here, that was obviously a banner that I found here in the designs. I did not make this. If you want people to click and go follow you on LinkedIn, because on the banner, the YouTube banner, you want maybe people to know where to find you. So you can click, and on the LinkedIn thing, it's going to, okay, it's black. That's why we can't see it. I'm going to change the color. You want to we'll click on the black here, and then it'll be white. So they know they could find you on LinkedIn, for instance. Okay. So that's what they would see when they go to your YouTube channel. So let's just say this will be your YouTube banner. We could fix everything afterwards, but that'll give you a good idea. So we're going to download this. I believe that could be a PNG. So I'll leave it like this, and I will download that as well. Okay. So I think we have what we need to get started here. Now I will stop sharing, and you can share your screen because you'll set up your YouTube channel right away. Click on your channel. Okay, perfect. It's empty. Perfect.
Yes.
That's what we wanted to see. So there are two things that we need to do right now. So click on customize channel. Welcome to YouTube Studio. Wonderful. Continue. So what you want to do, go in the branding. There's a tab that's called branding next to the layout. We can come back to the layout later on. So there's channel customization at the top, and right under you have branding. Click there.
Yeah.
So now we want to upload a picture, right?
Yeah.
So
I got to change.
Yes, you'd have to click change.
Okay.
and you have to get your picture. Ah, that's a good picture, Anton.
Which one? This one?
Right.
With the
The-
ducks?
Or if you want to put your face there, that would work too. Or one of those. Yeah, you have pictures. So pick the
I'll
one
put
you
some
want. It could be anything, but it's better to make it personalized with an actual picture of yourself. I mean, they'll be hearing you talk. They might as well see your face. Okay. So yes, exactly. Ah, you're natural, Anton. Done. Perfect.
Okay.
Now you want to upload a banner image. Very important. So you're going to click upload. Ah, okay. So now you see that's the thing where we have issue with the size.
It's
We need
the-
to make it smaller. So that's I had to do some back and forth. We'll have to make
Okay.
it smaller.
Good.
Yeah, we'll have to go back to Canva to play around with this. The video watermark, very important. You want people to click subscribe, but now we don't have a subscribe button. Fine, let's go back to Canva together then.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back to
I'm going to stop sharing so you can get back into yours to show your screen.
perfect. Yes. It was too wide. I need to shrink the banner. You see, this is good. So this whole thing, I'm going to like right click here and select all of those,
Elements. as
all of
such.
this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shrink it all. And it was about here in the middle. I feel this picture can be smaller. That's just stuff you just play around with, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Get the point. Here, I'll put this there and this here. So we'll try that. I'm going to share, download in PNG. Fine. And now we also want to subscribe little element. So I want it to be, it could be a video, it doesn't matter. Video, and now elements, subscribe logo. So there you go, subscribe. And we're going to download this into a PNG. Oh, but then yes, PNG.
Going to go banner.
Mhm.
And we upload the new one.
Yes.
There we are. Ah,
Oh, okay. So can we
and
move this
it fits
around?
perfect. Yeah, let me see. I can just move it up a little bit.
Ah,
There we are.
look at that. Then you click. So
Done.
that way it will be viewable on the TV and on the desktop and on all devices. You see everything fits. So that means whatever they're using, perfect.
Yeah.
On the watermark, let's see if that will work with that format.
Okay.
Perfect. Done. So now you have those basic things done. Perfect. Next thing we can do is go in the basic info.
But where is that?
Oh, that's
now?
right next to the
there,
branding, yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So in the basic info, first thing is name. You put wisely space word.
Yeah.
So that's how your channel will appear. And then the handle, that is at wisely word.
Okay.
All one word. Here you can get very creative, put your description. Welcome, my name is Anton. You know, and then you can say whatever you want to say. You could ask questions, just interact, just so that people, when they want to know what this is about, they have an idea of what this channel is about. I'll be talking to you about custard, gardening, whatever. So now I give you a URL. So this is just a standard web address. So you just leave it like that. And if you want to add links here to your LinkedIn account, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, that's where you click add link. And then the LinkedIn, for instance, it's whatever you would have to go.
Yeah. I found my
copy that
LinkedIn,
exactly and put it in. The email, you can go up to 5 links in there. For the contact information, you can say, how can people contact you for inquiries? I put my email. You can put yours as well.
That it for now. Wow.
Yes. So now we're doing good. When you feel comfortable, okay, can you go back to the layout next to the branding? So here, that would be where you would add a video trailer. Let's say you want to welcome people. So you'd have me, I have a 1-minute video that said, hey, hello, this is my journey, blah, blah, blah. You say whatever you want, just so that people, if ever they want to get to know you, they'll see it and you would add it there.
Okay.
So that's just I would recommend doing that.
So this is on this will be over here, this video channel here.
No, hold on a second. We want to publish right now. Can you
Okay.
publish at least that information? So it should update the picture, the thumbnail, the whole thing. Then we can click on view channel and see what's going on. Ah, look at that. View channel already, your picture change. View channel. So when somebody arrives, that's what they'll see. Oh my God. Here you are. Now we want to add your video. We can delete it afterwards. So you see where you have next to your picture, there's a bell at the top right. The top right.
Yes. Yes.
So there's a bell, but also next, click on the next one. You want to create. Click there and upload video. That's where you'd be uploading the template video that we have.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Select files.
Okay.
So it'll take the time to load, but in the meantime, you see upload thumbnail at the bottom.
Yep.
Click there. You have to verify your account. Okay, because it's a new account. So verify. Can you put in your?
Okay, let's verify.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Sure.
That's okay. So here we are. While the video is loading, you can start entering the video, the title of your video. So that's the part where you could say episode 1 and whatever title that you can come up with. That's the part where you would be putting it. So Anton podcast.
Okay.
First video or yes.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And then the description, you would write whatever you want. And you can always go back to those things.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
And then in the thumbnail, click on the thumbnail and you need to go select.
This one here?
That's correct. If you don't select a thumbnail, YouTube will choose a frame, but it will be blurry. You know, when you take a picture in movement, it will be awful. So always select your own. And then for the playlist, you don't probably, well, you don't have playlists yet, but at one point when you start branching out and having different subjects, you'll be doing that. Can you scroll down to see what else we can see? Audience, if it's made for kids, no, it's not made for kids. Can you show more? Click on show more.
Any age restriction thing here? No, don't.
Yeah, don't restrict, no. So keep going down. Lower, lower to the tags. The tags can be helpful right here. Okay, so they can be useful in order for people to find your content. So you can put here. So so you see speakers, perfect, and it separates it. Then you can put Anton podcast. You can put custard. You can put, you understand, public speaking, Toastmasters. So as many, you can go all the way to 500 characters, whatever you think people would click that you want people to associate with your podcast, Anton's podcast. Can go wild. I mean, you can go up to 500. I figure it's no harm.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sure. Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
The language, you select the language is in English.
Let's put English. It's easier.
Perfect. And go down, recording date and location. You can if you want. That's fine.
Not really.
Yeah. And then go down some more and then you're fine. So people and blog, I mean, that's what it is, right? I mean, it's you speaking. If you click on that arrow, you see there's comedy, entertainment, education. I feel because it's just you're in person speaking. I chose people and blogs, so that's what made sense. But you'd have to pick what you feel is the most fitting to what you want. Here you can choose to allow comments or not. I always like to allow comments, but I do put the whole potentially inappropriate comments for review. So technically I never see anything inappropriate myself. So that's good where you have, and there you go. And then you click on next. If you're satisfied with this.
Yeah.
You need to answer this question.
You need to answer.
Well, no, it's not made for kids. I mean, there's nothing wrong with kids, but it's not content
that's fine.
made for kids. Yes, they're very careful with children.
Yeah, that's true.
Perfect.
Okay. So, yeah, that's right. I heard so the other day. You got to be careful.
Yes. So you can here add an end screen if you want people to go to another screen, add cards. I feel right now, do you want to have this level of detail, Anton, or that's not interesting to you?
No, I don't think so. Not at this point in time.
Very good. We'll get back. That'll be another video for another day.
Yeah.
Very good. So click next.
Yeah.
And now it's doing some checks. Okay, going next again. And don't worry, I will not let you publish this. So next, this is very important. So here you want it to be private. You can keep it private. Okay.
Yeah.
And so no, that will not be released. Usually, to be honest, I put mine as unlisted. So sometimes I could share it with somebody, etc. But when you're ready to publish it, to make it public, that's when you put public here. And then you can also schedule a recording. Let's say you'll be busy at the time you want to release it. Can you click on public 2 seconds? We will not do, can you click on public? You can, if you do that, always set it as an instant premiere. It'll give you more visibility. There's no reason for you not to do that. It'll just start as a premiere. Click on schedule now. Let's say you don't want to share it right away. You can schedule it. I want to share it on such a date at such a time. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll be putting set as premiere as well. Okay.
Okay.
But we don't want to do that. So now we want to keep it private. So go back up, save or publish at the top, save or publish. Yeah. And then to be extra sure it doesn't go out, you leave it at private. Perfect. And then you go save.
Yeah.
Now it's uploading. So you close it. And then you wait for it to be, exactly. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Oh, okay.
So that's not too much work, is it?
No. Once we start doing, there's a few initial steps that need to be taken, and once that's been taken care of and familiarized.
But yes, so everything to do with everything, I will be putting the videos that help me. And so
Correct.
I'll be putting a lot of links down there, and it'll be very clearly identified how to start your YouTube channel, how to create a thumbnail, how to play around in Canva. Everything will be right there in one, like a one-stop shop. Now, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to, if you allow me, go back to Canva for the simple reason that now, let's say you push publish tomorrow. Okay, you want to publish it, but you don't want to be undercover. You have to share this with your network. You have a huge network on LinkedIn, people who respect you, who want to know about this, right? So what you need to do is go in Canva. I'll share my screen. You want to go in Canva. Let's say you even want to advertise this thing. You can just resize it. You see here. So this was as a YouTube banner. Before modifying sizes, just always, sorry for the back and forth. Copy it. Make a copy. Make a copy.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to lose the banner because let's say you want to change, you made a spelling mistake or something. And now I resize and I put this as a LinkedIn post. So resize. So now they're going to resize this. Okay. And then you can add, don't forget, you can always add text, right? Please, whatever it is that you want to say, you can just share that onto your network. And that's it. And that's when you'll be, at least you'll be bringing traction to your video on YouTube. Yes, they can start following you. And then YouTube sees when people start watching your content, and especially when they can watch it until the end, that's when they'll be pushing your content for you. So you don't even have to do any publicity. Yeah, so that's essentially what I had to share with you.
Wow, Patricia, that is so in-depth. Wonderful. You already, this has been so fantastic, so informative and educational.
Great.
I am actually blown away.
Oh, yeah. So you actually have a YouTube channel. You can start when you're ready. You just have to clean it up, but you can spend time with that. I can help you with this. So do you feel like you have what you need to get started now, Anton?
I definitely feel that I have more than enough to get started. The only thing that I need to do is put content together in a format that can go out there.
Yes.
And I need to do, as you say, I'd like to get at least 6 items together so that I can push a few items out, 3 or 4 together, and then have 2 staggered to go on later every 2 weeks after that. And then gives me additional time to prepare for more details. But I've got to try and do at least initially 1 a week. So I have some in reserve. Yeah.
Good. That sounds like a very good plan.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, I need to give out a fantastic shout out to yourself and your channel, Patty Pats. Toastmasters, you did a fantastic job. No wonder you are a star. Tell me, how many millions of subscribers have you got at this point in time?
I don't have millions of subscribers. I don't want millions of subscribers. That sounds like a lot to manage. But on my 2 channels, I have close to 800, I think. But those are subscribers.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of people who watch my video who are not subscribed to my channel.
Just videos, yeah.
And they're pretty faithful because I have
Yeah.
a lot of views that surpass my number of subscribers. So yeah, as long as the few who needs to watch my content can see it, I'm perfectly good with that. So
Yeah. Yeah, views are a bit different. I mean, I've got some LinkedIn things which, well, especially one is about 50,000 views of it, but it doesn't mean they're subscribers. You know,
exactly.
The one just did somebody's feed and they promoted it, and now it just climbed.
Yes.
Patricia, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for spending all this time with me. I really appreciate it. This is fantastic. I will definitely get involved with this and get moving with this. You'll be getting a few emails along the way, just in case. You know, I just want to
Yes.
warn you of
You know where to
questions.
find me. Definitely. So
I
dear,
will definitely do so.
yes, dear friend, I hope you found this content helpful. If there's anything else you feel like you need to know that has not been shared, let me know. Let us know in the comments below. And also, if you've had experience and you have your own wisdom on social media platforms on how to start a YouTube channel, please also help us out. Leave us some tips down there, please. There'll be follow-up videos based on your feedback. So let us know what you would like for us to share with you. And if you think this video can help someone else, share the love, share the video. And I will leave you with this: the power of your voice can change the world. Find it and use it. See you in the next video. Bye.